I think I ruined my advantage. There's gonna be so many misses between both of us. I can already feel it. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for the crazy moves. What's up, guys? Today is day 205 on our journey to 2000, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys chapter 2 of the book I've been reading, the chess book, Reassess Your Chess, 3rd edition. I think his name is Silman, the guy who wrote the book, and then we're going to play a 10-minute rapid game. So let's start on what I did. So this chapter and the next chapter still have to do with endgames, and this is like a basic thing that I already know, but for those that don't know, in winning king and pawn endgames, your king should be in front of the pawn to basically guide it towards promotion. And it's important to kind of get to the key squares. Key squares are squares your king needs to be before the pawn can move forward. And the way you define them is you skip a line and you look at the 3 squares above. So because my king is on one of these 3 squares, I'm fine. And you could see, even though black takes opposition, not allowing my king to go more forward to help out the pawn, we have this reserve tempo, basically more time to do stuff. We could push this pawn, forcing us to get opposition, and we get to the next key square here. Skip a line, 3 squares. It's like a T, I guess. The trick here is, and you could take opposition and you could get very far away as long as the pawn is not in danger of getting taken. So you could see here, even though black takes opposition, we're not trying to necessarily cross with the king, so it doesn't matter. We're outflanking. We're kind of on the side we want to help our pawn go forward. And you could see in this case, everything works out. Now you might think, wait, what about the key squares? Well, first we could get them because we take opposition. But second is when the pawn crosses the halfway mark, the key squares double. They become these 6 squares. And then each move, there'll be these 3 squares. You could see here, these 3 squares. If the king is on any of them, then you're fine. I mean, I didn't, again, necessarily do a great job explaining that, but it's interesting. The book doesn't talk about key squares, but it talks about getting ahead with the king and to push the pawn forward to promote. And then they go over this, which is important too. There's no way you could win this position because with pawns on the corners of the board, they call them the rook pawns because rooks are in the corners of a board. You can't actually promote because there's no way of going, like, you just can't do anything here. He gets close enough and that's it. The key squares work differently because there's only 2 squares there. The king could just go back and forth in the corner and it would be a drawn position. Another case here could be seen like this. So even though the king isn't in the corner going back and forth, the king prevents the white king from going away, and it traps it. So there's no way to promote, and this is a drawn position because white has no legal moves. So it's very interesting. Technically, the key squares you could say are, I believe, like f7 and g7, but yeah, like if the white king was there, then black can't get in and stuff. Anyway, let's get into the game. Hopefully today's chapter I'll learn from, and I could show you guys something cool tomorrow. But we're going to get into a game. Okay, we go first. I just spent 6 seconds thinking it was the opponent's turn first. We're versing a 1656 from, what is that, Croatia. That's pretty cool. Okay. Alright, so far all normal stuff. We could go into the copycat Vienna, but this never happens. And now it just happened. This is the copycat. The queen will come here. Knight comes here. He takes with check. We move the king to the side. Okay, he actually doesn't play it into that. I think in this case, the knight just comes back, threatening checkmate. So let me just do that. And here, I believe we could just develop a knight here to prevent this knight from coming in and kind of being very annoying. I actually don't know what to do here, but what would make sense to me is putting pressure on this bishop. But maybe not yet. I think we're going to push this pawn, bring the bishop here. This is, I think, not great for our opponent because he has this empty space we could take advantage of if we were good at chess. For example, bishop coming here, we could pin the knight, but even bishop coming here, we might be threatening some sort of checkmate later. That looks like an insane move. We could castle. I like this move though. This makes sense what he did, because he's basically prepping pawn so that if we take, he takes, and now we're kind of in an annoying position. So what I'm thinking is castling potentially, bringing the knight, but the knight's job is to stop this knight from coming in. It's a little tricky. Maybe, Okay, I overthink these positions. Let's just go here. I run out of time too often in these games in winning positions. So let's just put bishop g5, see what happens. Yeah, I didn't expect that, to be honest. We could go queen here, threatening a check. Instinctually, though, I just thought takes, knight here. Looks good. And then castles. But now I'm thinking queen here. But then knight comes here targeting our queen. So let's take. This is to stop the threats, and if knight a5, we have bishop a2. Because I think our bishop here is actually pretty strong. Here I think we'll just castle. It might not be great, but... Go here. Prepping this. Take. Maybe not a good move, but... I think I ruined my advantage. Crazy move. Putting this under attack, but... Gotta break through eventually. He's gonna double his rooks. I think we're gonna start checking like crazy now. Check. Here. Check. Then maybe somewhere like here, targeting this. But are we getting too far away from everything? Another idea I had was rerouting the knight like this. Let's do that. That's ballsy. There's gonna be so many misses between both of us. I can already feel it. Guys, queen could get closer now. Or he could go for a trade. Ugh, that's so boring. Go here. Alright, let's trade. I don't see a way through otherwise. Now he doesn't want to trade. Okay. Go here. Gotta play a little fast. Maybe d2 would have been interesting for a potential check like this. Let's do it. Let's go crazy, bro. Yes. Yeah, maybe my move was kind of stupid. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for the crazy moves. Maybe g2 for the queen to come back. I think this was a blunder. Again, I'm panicking because there's not much time left. Maybe I have to go back to 15-minute games. I think we're just gonna trade here. I don't have time to think about this. Okay, the time advantage is closing. Here. Here. Takes. Oh, he gets in. Then I could push. I don't know. Okay, what am I doing, man? So bad. Well, again, winning in the beginning, then I screw it up, I think. Let's see what computer says. No, even game throughout the whole thing. Let me show you guys. I played like a 2000. My opponent played like a 2150. Jesus. Yep, towards the end, I gave up the any chance for an advantage, it looks like. Had one blunder, one miss. He had 3 misses. Jesus. Okay. Oh. Let's go over it. Yeah, all of this is fine. Yeah, I'm actually making the best moves. You see, I was right. I was winning here. Didn't I say, guys? Didn't I say I was thinking to go queen e3, but I was scared of this. But I'm an idiot. I could just take. How did I miss this idea? I don't understand. So I gave away my total advantage. Then I start playing. Okay, and I even said, I'm not sure about castling. I even said that. And I was right. I had to kind of start an attack here. Rook protects. Now, what if he takes here? Then I can go knight takes c7. Give this up to take this. But computer likes queen h3. Because if he moves out of the way, that's mate. So what if he comes here? He's just breaking up the defense of this like crazy. And I eventually take it. Oh my god. Yeah, I see. I don't know how to take advantage of winning positions. This is my biggest problem lately. I really don't know how to take advantage of winning positions. Oh, not playing a game right now, sir. I don't know how to take advantage of winning positions. I thought I brought my knight to a nice square. Like, I'm playing everything fine here. And here, I probably had to push this pawn forward. Right? I don't know why I didn't do this. This looks like an obvious move. I'm creating threats. What do you do here? You stop the threat, but then maybe I have this. I don't know. Computer likes queen e2 to protect from losing this pawn. Stopping any checks here. And I guess you have to try hard to find an advantage here. And if he takes, then this is winning, probably because this can be targeted, I'm guessing. Yeah. Instead, this is what happened. I could not find a way. Then it was even. So where did I screw up here? What should I have done here? A4. I think limiting my opponent's ability, or B4. Limiting my opponent's ability to move his pawns is the key. I don't know. Pawn play is very confusing. You could tell here, guys. Very confusing. And this was an even game. Really, it was still even here, and I made the losing move. Was it E2? Because now if he comes back... Hey, let's see. Oh, I have more flexibility. I'm an idiot. So look, guys. E2, so when he comes forward, I have the option to go to D3 to stop the king from getting it. And let's say he tries to push this pawn. Now I can come here threatening to take it. Now what do? You go F2, so you win this pawn. After takes, you take opposition, and it's an even game because there's no way for him to come through. So this could have easily been an equal game, but I didn't spend the time to kind of figure it out. Now if you're thinking, oh, why don't you break through? His pawn is too close to promotion. You see here, there's even if he let this survive, it wouldn't have mattered. So my biggest mistake in this game, really, even though I don't know how to capitalize, and we saw this in the past for those that have been longtime viewers, you've seen for me personally, advantage capitalization is a problem. When I'm winning, I can't capitalize on the advantage. I can't transform a winning game into a win. This is a problem I have in my games, which I think when I fix, I could up my rating quite a bit, at least to like 1750, 1800. This is a big problem for me. And then this was just super sad. The king moving it back. I was thinking, oh, if I move back, then he comes here, then, you know, I'm still watching it, but he could break in through D4. So E2, Should have seen it, to be honest. And, I mean, the only reason this works is because he has no way to actually break in. Now, if for whatever reason he goes the opposite way, then he has no way of winning. So I could even take this, and now I have 2 passed pawns, but that didn't happen. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something, or, you know, didn't cry too much from how bad I played. If you watched this far, say bobby pin, because I have a bobby pin here. I can't take it out to show you guys, but it's there. Just don't ask me why I have a bobby pin. Say bobby pin, and have a great one. Bye-bye.